Is it because we made fun of you? A little bit?
No, I honestly, I found I looked like a Jew. And I like it.
This is what we go through. This is a daily occurrence,
Please
bro.
tell me that's on the air, yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Two Drink Minimum, the only podcast that actively spreads the coronavirus around the world, mostly to small communities in the third world. We're helping them out. The gentleman in front of me is a comedy legend, doesn't really need an introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyway. It's goddamn Mike Ward.
I am Mike Ward. You're Pantelis.
This is, what up? All right, look, it's Poseidon. What are we going to do? Our guest today, who's in the middle of his Desi Power. Is it Desi Energy Tour? Is that what it is?
Desi Energy,
Big Desi
yeah.
Energy Tour, North
Yes, sir.
American tour, which sadly was affected a little bit by the coronavirus.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Dates will always be made up.
Yep.
You'll catch him on Flagrant 2, one of the best podcasts out of fucking States right now.
Thank you
I think
so
in the
much,
world,
man.
right? One of the
Thank
best
you
ones
so
is
much.
Flagrant 2.
Same with Two Drink Minimum.
It's Akaash Singh.
Thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it. You
Thanks for
guys are world. Mike, you are a legend amongst comics to take that legal battle on, and like so much respect for that. That was an
thanks,
important
man.
thing to do.
Yeah, I was.
Goddamn right.
That's what I started telling you before we were on the air. Andrew reached out to me the day. This is the coolest thing anyone's done. He reached out and he was like, "Hey, if you need money to fight this," like I was like, "God damn." None of my friends offered money.
Yeah, he's such a good dude.
Yeah.
Such a good dude. Such an asshole, but also such a good
Yeah,
dude.
an amazing comic.
Yeah. Incredible.
That
Incredible.
sounds like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such an asshole. Such a good
He
dude.
felt it in his spirit. That's why he reached out.
Yeah. But he was, we met him in the summer, Schultz. He was fine. He was a cool ass dude.
Yeah.
He killed it, like I said, on stage and behind the scenes. It was just, everybody here liked him. And
Yeah.
Poseidon doesn't like anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I could.
That's
Are
true, I
you
don't.
Greek?
Yeah.
Okay, that explains the name. I thought it was maybe a nickname. But then when you came out and said some anti-Semitic shit off the podcast, I was like, I get it now. That's a Greek. That's a Greek for sure.
I don't know how much we caught before we started, but we asked him why he finally shaved that weird ass beard. And he said, because I started to look like a Jew.
Yo, it's the funniest thing I've heard in Canada. It's so
It
good.
is. But we normally complain to him because he's around us. He gets to come to festivals. He gets to meet a lot of comics.
Yeah.
But he's unaware of the comedy scene. He doesn't know comedy legends. He didn't know who Andrew Dice Clay was. There's a lot he doesn't know.
Right.
Today when he was coming to pick you up, this was the weirdest moment. I had to hang up. I was like, this is shocking. I don't know what he knows and what he doesn't. It's like, here's the address. You're going to go pick up Akaash. I'm going to let him know when you're there. You know, he's going to come outside. He's like, that sounds familiar. He's like, hold on a second. So he goes on his phone to Google your face. He's like, oh, bro, I know this guy, bro. This guy's fucking dope. I was like,
That's
okay, bro,
hot.
just go pick him up and hang up the phone. I don't know who he knows and doesn't know anymore. I don't.
He's never heard of the movie Footloose.
Yeah.
He didn't know what
But he knows
Footloose
you.
was.
Yeah, it's funny. It's on the ride over. I'm asking him, like, yo, where should I eat in Montreal? I want to eat this good food, whatever. And he was like, you know, bro, honestly, I just eat there. I don't know what it's called. Like, I have no idea what any of the names of the places are. I just go. And I was like, all right, man.
What the fuck does that mean?
He was like, I know all the good food. I just don't know the names.
What does that mean, bro? You have no idea the names.
No.
Bro, I don't know. The fact that you survived this long is incredible.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it off air. I'm gonna ask you guys because
We'll get you some good spots.
yeah. So I spent 10 minutes. So your shows are canceled, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still doing our shows at the Comedy Nest this weekend. Thursday sold out, great time, whatever. Friday you could tell the panic started because they capped it at 100 people to let people know they would have like space or whatever. And then the shows were just weird and everybody couldn't think about anything else. And I just spent 10 minutes shitting on Montreal and the whole state of Quebec the second show because I got so angry at the audience. 10 minutes of just, you're the fucking Cajuns of Canada. You speak this bullshit ass French that nobody else understands. I got so mad, dude. I just went in. Probably gonna put the clip up this week.
Were they shocked or were they sitting there like, this is what we came here for?
So when you have an audience that's like really uptight and uncomfortable to laugh, you kind of need to shock them into and just kind of bully them a bit. And that was weirdly the thing they loved the most. And the one thing they took offense to is when I said, you're Cajuns without good food. And they couldn't understand it. Even Poseidon, I was telling him a little bit, and he was like, no, bro, we got the best food. I don't know what it's called, but it's the best food.
That's fucking so
Yeah.
stupid.
But we have the best food because we have Indian restaurants.
That's exactly
we
what I was
have,
gonna say.
We have like
Yeah, that's what I
all
said.
everyone
all,
else.
all
yeah.
of the good restaurants
Are
in
foreign.
Montreal are foreign.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or they take the old shitty French Canadian recipes and then reinvent them. But our food is basically just gravy and fries and potatoes and just garbage that someone that made like 4,000 a year could eat.
Yeah, that's what because whenever I ask people, they're like, "Oh, we went to Bustan's on Thursday, great chicken, Lebanese."
Yeah.
I went to another chicken spot yesterday, great chicken, Portuguese, and I was like, "This isn't Quebecois food.
Yeah.
No.
This is other people's food. That just we're in Quebec because it's pretty."
Oh, there's shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's pie English.
Are you crazy? That's what he came here for.
Yeah.
Look, while you're here, you need one of the delicacies.
I was trying to think of something else.
Dude, have you
Honestly,
ever-
but I got nothing else.
Have you ever heard of mashed potatoes? It's delicious.
But yeah, if you like anything Greek, Indian, Italian, you'll get the best stuff here. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and there's a similar thing with New York. Like New York's one like thing is pizza, kind of, but even that's not. But everything else is it's the best food because everybody goes there and sets up
Yeah.
their restaurant. Yeah. So I mean, I was teasing Quebec and I was just frustrated, and it was all jokes, and they were laughing, so I kept going. But it was also fun to just shit on a state for 10 or a province. Sorry
Yeah.
for 10 minutes.
No problem. There's a bunch of Joe beef that's really good and it's world
I
renowned.
don't eat beef because I'm Hindu, so I lose out a
Okay.
little bit.
And there's a pied de cochon, but that pied de cochon would be good.
Both names
Yeah.
are meat names. One
Yeah.
is pig's
One
feet,
is pig.
and the other is Joe beef.
Yeah.
But they have other options, obviously.
Yeah.
but-
Y'all got good pig's feet.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody outside of Black Americans that have made pig's feet good. Good for you.
Yeah, well,
that's impressive.
Quebec, we're
Yeah.
the Black Americans of Canada.
Like Quebecois French, every stereotype that blacks have in America, we have that here. Like that
Really?
we drink Pepsi. Like that's a nickname of French Canadians. Is Anglos used to call us Pepsis, which is a stupid nickname, and then it
That's the-
became a
The
pepper.
least harmful slur
Yeah,
I've ever heard
yeah.
in my
That's
life.
where pepper comes from.
Yeah,
That's
pepper.
where- I had no
Pepper
idea.
comes
Ah.
from Pepsi.
I had no idea that's
Yeah.
where it comes
I
from.
had no
Yeah.
idea.
I guess it's probably like because people were like, "Why are you calling me a Pepsi?" Okay, let's call him a pepper.
So he doesn't
he
get it.
He won't get it.
This is the most ethnic podcast in Canada, I think. It's a Greek guy, a Quebec French guy, a mutant. We know what we're doing here. We know what we're doing. So when did you get the word that New York was going to shit, basically, and you were nervous about, do I have to leave?
When I was here on Thursday, right before the shows, I got a call from somebody who was like, "Hey, there's rumors they're gonna shut the whole city down." And and then my fiance is out there, and I'm just freaking out. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Am I gonna be able to go back to see her? Like, as a man or whatever, you're like, I don't want her to be out there alone. I can't protect her. I'm 5'7", but in my mind, I'm like, I could be there helping.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
So I'm freaking out. That's another reason I didn't see anything Thursday because I'm just trying to text everybody, see what's going on. And then I had to go do the show that night, and the show was the best part because here it hadn't happened yet at all. Nobody seemed to care
Yeah.
at all. And then Friday, I could feel people being a little uneasy. You just walk around the city and it feels uneasy all of a sudden.
Like last week, I was doing a live podcast here when people were starting to freak out in
Yeah.
the States. And then someone asked me if I was nervous. And then I was just touching stuff and licking my hands.
Just being weird.
Yeah. And then the next day when I saw the news, I was like, okay, I'm going to die. I'm pretty sure I am going to die.
It was when
now.
the premier made the announcement here that everybody panicked.
Yeah.
Because he was getting sick.
Yeah.
I was getting a little sick too. I didn't worry at all. It was when the premier had that message that I freaked the fuck out. That's why I went to the clinic. That's why I spent $1,000 fucking dollars because
Yeah.
I panicked. I knew I was overreacting when the doctor was kind of giving me looks of what an idiot. Like he's like, yeah, you don't have the corona, and he's looking. He's like, are you sure? Like, is there anything else you want to talk about? And he found it weird that I was there with, I put on a little mask. And he's like, you're also wearing that upside down. He goes, I want you to know you're upside down. And I was like, look, man, I've never done this before. I'm just panicking. He's like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, you could tell. He's like, what a buffoon. But because everything was going in the news, I started getting sick. I was like, oh, fucking panic.
It's
And
going to
then-
start. By the time this podcast is out, the city will be, I think, in full-fledged
Yeah.
panic. So hopefully you'll calm down a bit with this. 'Cause
Now I've calmed down because I'm chill.
Are
but-
you flying down to New York or you're
flying
driving?
back. Yeah.
Oh, that's a. I was supposed to be in Philly last night,
Okay.
and
yeah.
at first, I didn't cancel. At first, I didn't cancel, and I was like, I'm not gonna fly down. I'm gonna drive down because
Yeah.
there's for some reason planes scare me now because you're in a tube. So
germs.
if everyone
100
is
people coughing, sneezing. Yeah.
So if people are getting sick on a cruise ship, then a plane seems worse. to
yeah,
me.
100%.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna drive down to Philly, which is a crazy long trip. But
Yeah.
and then finally I was like, okay, I'm just gonna cancel.
Yeah.
Like it was
Nobody's going to come out. Everybody's
Yeah.
panicked. Everybody's locked in a house. I only care because I don't want to get anybody else sick. There's nothing I would love more than a virus to take me out, and I don't have to pay any more bills or whatever. But
It won't take, from what I read, it won't take us out.
Yeah, 20% get hospitalized out here, which is just a vacation.
We're not in that age range. If you have respiratory issues or diabetes or something, maybe.
Yeah.
But our age range, we're going to get past
or a
it.
smoker. Like he's a smoker that works at the airport. So technically
Yo, you
he'll
are
die
fucked.
in the
You're
next
fucked,
month.
son. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm glad we're within 6 feet of each other, all of us. This is great.
I'm pretty sure he didn't shave the beard. It fell out. He's starting to be sick.
Yo, cruise ships are dangerous now, right?
Yeah.
Didn't they say that back? Because one of my comedian friends, Andrew Searles, who now lives in Los Angeles.
Who bought tickets?
Yeah, he posted, he's like, I haven't taken a vacation forever. I finally found like a cheap vacation. I'm going on this cruise.
What a fucking...
And I saw that and I was like, yo, am I crazy?
I thought it was a joke at first.
thought it was
when
a
saw
joke.
I was like, that guy's hilarious.
I'm gonna
I
call-
respect this guy.
I'm going to call him. I don't know if it was a
Yeah.
joke or not, but then I saw videos of him sailing like on a boat. He gets off the boat and they do that fucking parachute thing. And what's it called? Parasailing or whatever it's
Yeah.
called. I was like, this guy legit went on a cruise.
I think though,
He's a
because
hero in my
when he bought those tickets, no black people had gotten infected yet. So everyone was like, black people can't get this. So he was like, I can't die. And then the NBA canceled their season. He was like, what have
fuck.
I done? I'm so stupid. I'm gonna die in the Bahamas now.
That's amazing. Yeah, but make sure he's okay. I'm going to send him a message.
Yeah.
He's probably all right.
Yeah, probably.
There's no one on the cruise. He has the entire ship to himself,
It's
probably.
just him running around like son of a bitch.
That sounds like fun, actually.
He unwittingly self-quarantined himself
Yeah.
on a cruise ship.
He's a fucking genius.
Yeah, this guy's thinking,
we're
man.
making fun of him. This guy all alone on the
10
cruise ship.
steps ahead. What about the NBA now since it's suspended? Does that mean that the Raptors are back-to-back champions? What does this mean?
Oh, so I grew up in Dallas, and
Yeah.
after the Mavericks won the championship, they had the lockout. And I was like, keep this going, man. We are back. We are just champs forever.
Yeah.
That if I'm a Raptors fan, cancel the season.
Yeah.
Back to back, yo, we got it. Put up
that's-
2 banners.
That's how the second one, it has the virus symbol on it.
A raptor with a little cough. You know what I mean? That's it. You guys got it, dude.
It's just the. I was gonna say something stupid.
Yeah, we're used to it. I
was gonna
figured.
say something
Say it. What is it
stupid.
going to be? I
was
want
gonna
to see the
say-
level of
I was
idiocy.
gonna say it's gonna be the raptor, but the design's a bit changed. It's gonna be coughing like that cat meme.
You just said what
Yeah,
he
you
said, but
just
dumber.
repeated.
Yeah,
That's all you
Yeah.
did.
You basically explained his joke that was a perfect joke in a shitty way.
no, coughing like the cat, like with the lips
Yeah.
and everything.
Unlike his, it was just coughing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it helps. He fucking improved your joke.
I heard something
I wouldn't say improve.
so slapsticky, stupid related to this yesterday. So apparently that market, Wuhan market, where they're doing all this,
Yeah.
in front of it, there's a laboratory where they do all kinds of tests and shit. And they're saying that's where it actually started. And patient 0 is probably a guy that worked there who was like a Butterfingers, because he was notorious for one time he got bit by a bat on his skin, the one that they're testing in there, and his blood got mixed with the blood, like a dumb superhero, right?
Oh, Jesus.
But then he goes, apparently it's the same guy who also got urinated on by the bat, like there was urine on his skin. But why is he the only guy not wearing a hazmat suit in the lab? Like this retard was causing all this trouble, and then he was going to the market across the street. They said that he's probably patient 0. Tim Pool was talking about this. I saw the video.
Holy fuck.
And I was like, what the? And then you're thinking, because you know how the Chinese are, they're pretty like strict and they have, but this guy's all fucking weird in there. Like, how does nobody notice?
Yeah.
You think they misunderstood? They thought he's Mongolian. But he was a Mongoloid, but they misunderstood. Like, this guy's just fucking dropping shit. Yeah, they pissed on him, the bats. They bit him. And
That's a weird fetish.
He's probably got like an uncle that's like a leader of China. Because he sounds like a fucking buffoon.
Yeah, that's the only way that works.
Because other people in Wuhan were just sneezing because of allergies, and they were like, "Fuck you, we're throwing you out the window." Like they're just murdering people for having a
Jesus
cough.
Christ.
yeah, I saw those videos.
Yeah, that shit was intense.
You guys watch the videos?
Yeah, dude, they're pulling people out of their houses. I saw them welding. They were going to certain buildings, and they were welding the front door of the building shut so that they couldn't come out.
I didn't see that. That's nuts.
Yeah.
I started following a guy on Twitter when this started, and I thought he was a Chinese a guy that lived in China, and he was posting everything that was happening. And then I found out like a month later that he was just an open micer from like Sacramento or something, and I was like, what the? Why is he giving me my info?
Wait, like, was he in China?
No, he's in Sacramento, but he's just Googling and going on Reddit.
Look,
And
this
I was
comedy
like-
thing ain't working out for me.
Yeah, and I was following
But
him.
I'm a fucking journalist.
And I was repeating everything he was saying. I was like, this fucking guy in China. He was like my inside scoop.
There's gonna be a lot of bullshit. The only reason I believed your symptoms of corona is because you got the actual test from a doctor.
Dude, the doctor didn't take me seriously at all because I went in, I had the mask. He's like, why are you wearing the mask? And I go, oh, it's mostly for, like I joke, it's mostly for you because I'm coughing and I think I might have the coronavirus. He's like, all right, take it off. So I take it. He doesn't wear a mask. He takes it off. He's looking at my mouth, this and that. He's like, so what exactly happened yesterday? I'm telling him, oh, I had the fever, 2 hours, it stopped. He's like, you have a dry cough? I go, no, I got mucus. He's looking at my thing, my tonsils, I guess they're infected. He's like, yeah, you don't have the coronavirus. And I'm like, well, I'm here. Can we get blood tests for everything? So he's like, well, what do you want blood tests for? So I started telling him my like family history, this and that. So he puts on the whole list. He's like, this is going to cost some money. Like, you sure you want to do all of these? And I was like, well, yeah, I'm fucking here now. I want to test everything from AIDS to coronavirus. And he's just looking at me like, he's asking me questions like if there's anything else wrong with me and there's nothing. He's like, yeah, it's not a normal thing for people to ask to pay for tests that they don't have symptoms for.
Yeah.
But I'm like, dude, I came here in a panic. I thought I had the coronavirus. So now I just want to test everything.
Dude, this is the best. You're completely clean. You should just find the hottest attainable girl that you know and be like, listen, I'm corona free. I'm STD free. You looking for a place to
Says I might
quarantine?
have adult diabetes. Because he's testing for diabetes. I'm waiting to get that result. Yeah.
Goddamn.
That's it.
I don't
though.
think I
You're
have
good.
diabetes, but
Well,
Just tell her to bring savory snacks instead.
I got so paranoid watching videos of people fighting in grocery stores and everything that I bought a machete.
yeah, this morning he went to
bought a
Canadian Tire and bought a machete.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Did you know, dude? You have to have balls to use a machete, man. That's like a
Yeah.
personal crime. Like you really have to get in there. It's not like a gun.
It's for self-defense.
Yeah, but
A machete is never for self-defense. Like,
Really?
self-defense is you panic and you grab whatever's on hand. If you have a machete,
knife.
if you have a machete, you knew shit was gonna happen. Like no one's
they just let you go up there and buy it.
no.
Nobody said anything.
Nope.
Fuck.
And I got a tomahawk.
What do you mean?
Why?
Like a
axe?
hammer, like an axe.
Yeah, an axe. A legitimate tomahawk.
Do you want to attack like a native reserve?
I'll tell you one thing though. You're very good with money. I'll tell you. You know
That
how
was
to,
$50, bro.
for altogether combined.
Yeah,
It was like
yeah.
on special.
Well, 80 actually.
What do they call the coronavirus special?
The Corona self-defense.
Yeah,
special.
coronavirus for dummies. It's just a machete and toilet paper.
Well, people should know because they did tell me that. The guy told me that one of the big things is a dry cough. So cough without mucus. So basically a cough that you don't know where it's coming from.
That's a coronavirus?
Oh,
well, it
shit.
could be
Okay.
against
It
a lot of things, but it's one of the things the coronavirus.
That's a big one
Yeah.
because that's what I was sneezing on the airplane. I was like, I know this isn't a corona symptom, but I think everybody's gonna lose their fucking mind because I had allergies. And that's the thing, you get dry cough, and that was something I was seeing online, but I didn't know if it was true. And then your doctor,
Yeah,
said
that's
it.
what he said. Because
Okay.
I had a lot of mucus. So one thing is, but I'm coughing. You know, it's itchy. He's like, yeah, you're coughing because you're full of fucking mucus. And just the thinking of, oh, this guy thinks I'm a stupid person. But it's just, dude, the panic. If it
Yeah.
wasn't for the press conferences and all, we're closing the flights, coming from Europe. If that didn't happen, I would have known. Yeah, I get sick once a year. It happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
But because of everything happening at once, and because I'm in a position where I'm on stage and I don't want to infect people, I got so scared. I actually woke the appointment was at 7:30 in the morning. When the fuck do you know me waking up at 6:30 in the
It
morning?
is harder for a comic to get up at 6:30 than spend $1,000.
Dude, but I was so scared. You understand how
This is crazy. That's
I was
insane.
in a
to
car
me.
speeding. I was like, I don't want to be late.
Am I a fucking rooster?
I don't want to be late.
crazy.
Am I a fucking rooster? And then everything made me like, you know how you have that bravado, all that?
Yeah.
But I lost it all slowly in there while they weren't taking me seriously. And when the doctor's like, yeah, and he's looking at me, he's like, yeah, you're not even wearing that the right way. It's upside down. And everything inside was like, oh, they're just ridiculing me here, taking my money, but like, at least I'm safe.
Yo, your clean bill of health is good though, man.
Yeah.
That's honestly, that's a big deal. That's like
As soon as I get it, the show on Friday gets canceled. It got canceled right away
Yeah.
because of the coronavirus. So I could have waited, but it doesn't matter. At least we're good.
Yeah. But like what happened to me, I woke up early this morning and then I moved to my bed and I started watching videos.
You moved to your bed when you woke up?
because I was watching.
Where were you?
No, I was watching. I was
I
watching.
woke up on the toilet. I woke up on the toilet.
I was watching a movie and I fell asleep as I was watching the movie and I woke up like
on
the
the
couch.
movie.
I woke up on the couch, yeah. And I was like, oh fuck.
What
I gotta
movie?
go to
Yeah,
bed.
what movie? Beethoven.
I don't remember. Oh no, I was watching a show, Castlevania.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I wake up and I go, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sleep in my comfortable bed. I get all cozy and shit. And like I'm like, oh, let me open my phone a bit. Big mistake. I started watching videos of people arguing and shit emptying out, and I had seen shells emptying out and people acting a little like
Erratic.
yeah.
And then
I
your
was
first
like,
thought was, I need a
and then
machete.
and then that's where that's where
I need a machete.
that's where my panic set in. That's where my panic set in. And I checked Canadian Tire. Okay, 8 a.m. And I got there first thing.
Everybody across the street, everyone's at Costco buying
Yeah.
shit. Canadian Tire's empty. Just
Yeah.
his car frantically pulls
Yeah.
into the parking lot. He runs and comes out
Yeah.
with a machete.
That's the only store that's probably empty in Canada.
Well, look,
right
by
now.
the way, I realized I overreacted. No, because there's spray paint masks and people bought those. They were sold out.
Okay.
And I realized I overreacted when people there were kind of like super calm. And I was buying a machete and a tomahawk. And the lady was staring at me like this. Beep. Beep.
So what do you need this for? I'm out of toilet paper.
She would have stared at you like that,
Well-
even if it wasn't during the coronavirus.
Yeah, that's-
because you're a fucking giant buying knives.
Well,
It's a weird combination.
well,
Yeah.
the guy that unlocked the door for me goes, "What do you need this for?" By the way, I go camping. Because it was in the outdoor section, so I'm like camping.
Yeah, because I think if you say
And I-
something, he can't sell it if you say
Yeah,
something
and I
stupid.
did this, and he goes, I go, what? My dad has property up north. And he goes,
It would have been funny. He was like, the blacks.
And he just
Sir, I'm
hands it
gonna have
right
to step
over.
away.
He's like, you better take two.
but I realized I overreacted after I bought. I was like, oh fuck, overreacted.
Yeah, we're all overreacting.
Preach does that whenever he was supposed to be on Flagrant 2 this week.
I'm a big fan
Yeah.
of both ABBA and Preach.
Preach.
I organically found them and then found out Andrew was cool with them. I think
Yeah.
they're so funny. Yeah.
Yeah, Preach. I went to Haiti with him,
Yeah.
and whenever he goes to any country, he buys a machete. And then we made
fuck
fun
around.
of him. I was like, "What the fuck? Why are you buying a machete?" And he's like, "It's a souvenir, but if something goes down, I have protection." And then I was like, "That's crazy." And then we left, and then there was sort of a small civil war
While
in
we were
Haiti.
leaving?
Holy shit.
Yeah, so they were blocked at the airport, at the hotel. They couldn't get to the airport, and then to get from the when they did open the airport, he was like, "Okay, we're going." But there were blockades in the street, so he was driving, and he'd get out of his car with the machete, and he's like a big dude,
Yeah.
he's all tatted up. So all these small Haitian guys with rocks
Yeah.
were like, "Oh, we gotta move." Yeah,
Fuck,
but I
dude,
was
that's
like,
crazy.
Yeah, but so the machete saved his life.
That's how you know he's traveling to not Europe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Preach doesn't fuck around, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's when he told me, he was like, I buy this whatever country I go to. And then I was like, you only go to shitty
Yeah,
countries.
yeah.
Because you can't go you can't be like in Paris and go, where are the machetes?
Nor would it occur to me. It never occurred to me to buy a machete here.
yeah,
Take
that's
this thing across the line.
Across his fucking line.
yeah.
Why don't you just buy one of Preach's? Borrow one a little bit.
Yeah, Preach probably has like 90.
Yeah.
We're making fun of you, but if you told this to Preach, you'd be like, yeah, good move, bro.
Yeah.
Good looking out. That's what he would say.
Yeah, I never asked him what he does with them. Because he buys them whenever he travels.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
He
Display
probably
case.
has like a bucket of machetes.
Today I want to take this one.
Imagine that mailman or the delivery guy that walks in and sees that.
You think it's ever raining and he reaches into the wrong tray and instead of umbrella he pulls out the fucking
He walks out with it on his
Jamaican
shoulder.
machete.
raining. It's raining. He's got his sword.
He's a modern day samurai. That's who preaches.
He really is.
But yeah, they had to cancel their flights to New York because of
Yeah.
everything that's going down.
Everything's going to be canceled.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to get back in. I assume I can fly back as a citizen, but I don't really know.
From here until, because apparently Trudeau was discussing this, whether they should close the borders to the States just for a while, just to keep both countries a little bit safer. Until that happens, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should be okay from here, but even there's another caveat, even from the UK, because the whole European bloc doesn't include the UK.
Ah, that's right.
So people could do is they could fly from Italy. Well, Italy's locked down, but they could
Shout
fly
outs
from
to
Greece
Brexit, huh?
Yeah.
to UK and then fly to the States.
I read though like an hour ago
He
that,
might do the UK
they're
also.
doing UK and Ireland.
Oh, really?
But I don't know if they are doing it or they might do it. But if you have problems with your flight, we can drive you down to like Plattsburgh. You rent a car,
That'd be amazing.
and then
Yeah, for sure.
I'll
yeah,
let you guys know.
We think we're gonna
Yeah.
leave you
Yeah, it's
stranded.
only an hour away from here.
yeah,
It's not a bad place to be stranded.
No, but I mean, we could get you home.
yeah.
So
No matter where you are, not being at home during a time like this,
Yeah,
because
it's
we don't
terrifying.
know if this is like the beginning of Walking Dead or it's just like a stupid thing that in 2 weeks won't exist
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah. I think it's gonna be a little bit in between. But
Yeah,
if I
me
was
too.
single, I'd be like, who gives a fuck, dude? I would get the cruise tickets. Who cares?
Yeah.
Just not being at home. If you got somebody, you're like, oh, this is
Yeah.
different. I gotta get back home.
Like if I was thinking about this when my next shows for the next month were canceled. I was like, I should just rent a house in Jamaica for a month. But then I was like, to get there, I'll be in a fucking plane with people coughing
Imagine
on
that's
me.
when you get it.
Yeah.
Well-
and then you're stuck in Jamaica with fucking the coronavirus.
I don't know how true this is, but apparently there's been like 1,400 CEOs that stepped down from their companies and like just dipped out of the cities.
Yeah, but that's been in the last not 1,400. It's a lot. Like Bill Gates just stepped down.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the last couple of months.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't think it has. This was before coronavirus
Yeah.
became a thing. Are you doing one of these conspiracy things, bro?
Well, didn't the coronavirus technically start late 2019?
Yeah.
But it was under wraps from the Chinese government, so maybe they knew something. Like,
So you think Chinese government was in cahoots with Bill Gates?
I think Bill Gates started this to fucking hurt to hurt Apple.
Yo, he's taking out sweatshop workers left and right. This coronavirus.
True, yeah. Fuck. But they're not dying.
No.
Unless that's what I'm saying. Us, we're in that
no,
group where
most
Yeah.
people are recovering.
we'll get the flu and then come
Yeah.
back, and then you'll be immune to it.
It's our parents and grandparents.
That's
Yeah.
the
Exactly.
fear.
Especially like people like you that you see your mom often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you gotta watch out.
Well, she had stayed away from me a couple of days before I went to the thing to the clinic. I wasn't seeing her. I was like, no, I can't pass by this and that until I went and did everything, and then I went. I go, it's cool now.
My dad is gonna be 90 in like 2 weeks, and we were organizing this huge birthday party for him.
Yeah.
With 100 people, but the average age is like 87. So my brother called me and he was like,
No
fuck,
chance.
we gotta
Yeah,
cancel
no
this
chance.
because they're all gonna die, and old people don't care. Like my
They'll
dad,
die.
I tried to call him today. He's 89 and he wasn't at home. He's
Yeah.
fucking out in the city somewhere.
I had to stop my mom yesterday. I give her a call to see what she's doing, and she's like, I'm getting ready. I'm gonna go to the pool, in the YMCA. And I was like, I don't know. Is the pool supposed to still be open? I thought the pool
Yeah.
don't go out. She's like, no, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hang out, get some sun. Go to. I go, are you fucking crazy? One person gives you the disease, you're dead. Stay home. And then she's like a little kid. She's like, all right. If you think I have to stay
Yeah,
home.
you know what's funny is this virus is killing the one group of people that's ready to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's like,
care.
who gives a fuck? Take me out.
Mom's like, this is gonna stop me. I'm unstoppable. I was like, no, this will stop you. This will
I'm
stop me.
unstoppable.
She's a little gangster. I was like, no.
So
stop me.
What's funny is, the people who are who could be most affected from this are panicking the least, and the
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
who are who can be affected the least are panicking the most.
Yeah, like us. Like
Yeah.
you'd recover in like 6 days or some shit. Whatever they said.
Yeah.
Within 14 days, you won't even be contagious. You'll recover.
Yeah.
But you're still the guy who's going buying fucking machetes. Like you're gonna fight a virus with a sword.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna put salt on it. We're all good, bro. Like it's a
crazy.
demon.
It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. We have this hysteria in us, and people are gonna lose a lot of. What sucks is people are gonna lose their homes in a little bit if it continues like
Yeah.
this. Their jobs. There's a lot of jobs that you can't do from home. We're lucky. We write. We create content.
yeah.
We can put it
Yeah.
up there. Shit, a lot of people, man, they can't get to work. At a certain point, the boss is gonna be like, "Well, fuck, I gotta find someone that could come in and do the job." A lot of people are
and
gonna get fucked.
all bars and restaurants, like all the wait staff and everyone, like a club like here that there's like 60 or 70 employees. If we stay closed for 3 weeks, we're all gonna have to let them go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen to a lot of places. It's completely fucked up. The couple in my building yesterday. I was coming in at night, my girlfriend, and I noticed only one, but then I found out they each had a kid, and the kids were asleep on their shoulders. And I go to the guy, oh look, had a long day, and he goes, yeah, they both did. And now I got another 2 weeks of this. He goes, and he was like this, shaking his
Oh,
head. And then I
fuck.
realized, I go, fuck, these two parents have to go to work, but now the kids aren't allowed in school.
Yeah.
You can't leave them alone. You can't have a stranger babysit them over. The strangers sit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is
Yo, people are fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be unlike anything we've ever seen.
Yeah.
goddamn.
I was in America during 9/11. That was like a crazy day. And then the next day, we're all like, I guess we got to go to work. This is fucking weird. But then everybody just went on. This is like, you're locked in.
Yeah.
It's going to be different, dude. Everything.
And there's something fucked up too for comedy shows, because like to make a comedy show fun, people have to be like all
Packed
fucking
in.
packed in.
Yeah.
And now going, okay, we need like
6 feet.
6 feet. So you can do shows that are gonna suck.
That's going to be
Yeah.
horrible. That's
Yeah.
a terrible show. 6 feet apart. And nobody
Yeah.
gets how contagious laughter is.
Yeah.
So if I'm 6 feet away, listening to you
Yeah.
laugh it's just that much less funny than listening
Yeah.
to you
Yeah.
laugh.
Did you guys see the WWE did Raw, but in front of no
SmackDown,
one.
yes, I watched
SmackDown?
highlights because I
Yeah.
found out there was no audience. They did
but-
it like a training center, and it was the fucking most awkward thing ever.
because
So
they
bad.
were
Jesus
still
Christ.
doing this. Like
Yeah.
they were going like,
Dude, I saw a guy walk out, entrance music, walk out. There's no one, there's no audience,
Yeah.
and he's still like
That's so
looking
weird.
around. I was like, "You fucking
Yeah.
dweeb! There's nobody there. What are you
Yo,
doing?"
You can't.
But
do it.
maybe they got instruction from people, the producers, to still do it. Maybe.
No, I think it's just habit because you keep
Yeah.
doing it.
Okay. I
You know,
see.
it's like there's certain comics that even if there's one person or 10 people, they'll talk to the whole city. Like, hey, what's
see, I
up,
see. I
Montreal?
see
And there's
what you
3
mean.
people in the audience.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, we don't represent the whole city.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
the
us.
most awkward
like
thing
that's
in the world.
crazy that they stopped wrestling. That you need the audience because it's not a sport. It's like
show, it's
crowd
entertainment.
work with acrobats.
Yeah.
But like the NBA, they could have just played in front of no one.
That's just open gym. Yeah.
Yeah, just or same thing. A hockey, every sport. That's
If
what they
Rudy
should
Gobert didn't get it, I think they would have done.
do.
it.
Yeah.
And that would actually been fun because it would have been like watching a practice with like the best players in the world, or like when you go to the YMCA and you see people
Yeah.
playing, but with the best players in the world.
I would have watched that because
Yeah.
they do it in Europe
Yeah.
when there's like in soccer, whenever there's too much fights in the stands,
yeah.
teams get suspended, and then their home games they can't have any fans. So I've had to watch my team in silence on the TV with no fans many times. You know,
It's fun, right?
It's still fun.
Yeah.
And also, it's not, they still play the game. There's no excuses.
Yeah.
But what happened was then he started touching the mics, and then he did that whole fucking thing
Yeah, I don't think the touching the mics was as big of a deal. I think
because he
you're
didn't know.
And also, you're playing a game. You're just bumping into each other. Like they were
Yeah.
all gonna get
Yeah.
sick regardless.
But these are guys that are all gonna. It's not gonna kill them. These are
Yeah.
guys in the demographic
These
that
are
they're gonna get the
pro
fucking flu.
athletes.
Yeah.
And like I said, by the end of next year, if it's between 70 and 90% of the population will have gotten it. The problem, they're not scared of
You know how
not.
fucking scary that is
But
when
it's
you
not.
hear that?
It's not
Crazy.
scary because you know what they're scared of
Yeah.
right now. They're not scared of you getting it. The reason why they're doing this, they're scared of everybody getting it at the same time because then
Yeah.
everything shuts down because nobody get to work.
Yeah.
Because it's like the
they're
hardcore
saying
flu.
in the U.S. is flatten the curve. So the way
Yeah.
that everybody's getting this crazy curve right now, if we can just flatten that out, we can deal with it way better.
That's what because people are
Yeah.
panicking. They think it's like a death sentence.
Yeah.
They go, it's not. The problem is that you can't function. You're out of it. You're in complete flu mode. You can't function. So we can't have nobody functioning.
Like it fucked me up because I'm diabetic and I started smoking when I was 11. So technically, I'm a 90-year-old man. Jesus. Like whenever people are like, "Don't worry, it's only old people die," and I'm like, I haven't fucking like the last time I ran was 1983. So if I get coronavirus, I'm dying the first day. Like I just bought a new house and the guy that sold it to me, he was like, "You have to sign this paper," and I was like, "I'm gonna wait a month to sign it just to see if I'm still alive because I don't want to sign something and then my wife gets stuck with the fucking house."
But I think they're developing a vaccine now. Like Canadian scientists isolated the
Yo,
virus.
isolated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw that,
shouts.
yeah.
Well, that's what happens when
Canada.
they found
Yeah.
out hockey's canceled. They
Yeah, I
said,
was about to say
no
that.
fucking way, bro. No fucking way. Give me that Chinese virus. China has to pay at some point, though, right? The government there for all the shows, all the money that we're losing, right? Because they want to suppress it. They're the ones who it was the communist regime. The regular people, they were trying to get it out, like the
Yeah.
scientists there, and they were sending messages. They go, if you keep spreading these rumors about this fake virus, we're gonna put you in jail.
You're gonna
Yeah.
be dead like all your cousins that were coughing.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
China's never going to pay is the
No,
thing.
no,
We're going to keep
yeah.
making everything there because
Yeah.
they don't pay them
Yeah, and we're
anything.
gonna be like, "Fuck you! You either pay or we're never doing business with you again." And then we'll pay $900 for fucking like for a Lysol, and then we'll be like, "Okay, China, we need you to
Not
make."
that bad. I get it. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
We'll all be LeBron James. Let's not criticize China too much.
Yeah, oh, I love that. I remember, yeah. He's like, well, we don't know the facts. Like, let's not criticize China. They're not that bad.
Should I tell them my
Always
father-
tell people about.
Yeah.
And if you-
Never ask.
Okay, just to give Akaash a little bit of a backstory, because I know where you're going to go with this. So his father
Yeah.
is,
A genius inventor.
so take that and go into opposite world. His father is the biggest blithering buffoon you've ever heard of in your life. And this is without exaggeration. And the way we kind of got to know Poseidon and his backstory was his father left them when he was young.
Okay.
And the way his father left was so ridiculous.
For the better though.
Yeah, for the better. But in order to get back at his kids, for little kids for no reason,
Like 6-year-olds.
6-year-old, he stole his son's Sega Genesis, but left the wires. He didn't want to play the Sega. He just didn't want his kids having fun with it. That's who his father is, just to give you a context of who his dad is, okay?
I'm excited.
What did your father say about the coronavirus, buddy?
So the first thing, because I was in panic mode.
Real quick, when did he come back in your life?
When I was 12, but then left again when I was 14.
And then he came back again.
Yeah, when I was like 20, but then I refused to talk to him for a while, and I started talking to him again when I was like 23, 22.
He left twice. That's amazing. I gotta get another pack of smokes.
I just realized that whose kids' fathers leave twice. I just realized
I
that.
don't
shit.
blame him. I don't know.
I'm just buying machetes. He's like, okay, I'm out.
But I want to hear this because he's telling me yesterday.
So, and there's another detail I didn't tell you yesterday because I saved it for today that I'm gonna tell you now. And so I call him up to see if he's all right because he's an older gentleman, so it affects older people as well more. And I goes, yeah, you all right? I go, oh, by the way, let me ask you, in case shit completely goes south and shit is hitting the fan everywhere, because you like to be backed up and everything and ready. Do you have like weapons? I go, like this, and he goes, I can't talk about blah, blah.
I can't talk about this. Isn't a secure
He
line.
goes, I can't talk about this over the phone. So I go to him, oh fuck, he's got like a stash. He can't tell me, like he's gonna tell me in person. So I invite him
I'm gonna
over.
text you.
I made a big fucking mistake. He comes over to hang out to talk, and he goes, I go, okay, so bro, where's the fucking weapons?
I like how you
I
say
like that
bro.
you call him bro. Hey, bro.
Bro.
I go, bro, where's the
I
fucking
guess
weapons?
it hurts less that your bro left
Yeah,
than your dad.
yeah, he just stopped hanging out.
He's like, oh, he's gone to college.
Yeah.
And he
He'll
goes,
be back.
and he goes, and he looks at me, and I don't know why I wasn't expecting this from him. He goes, I'm gonna build it. And I go, as
He's
soon as
gonna
he said
build
that,
a gun.
As soon as he said that, I was like, fuck.
I made a big mistake. Build what?
He goes, the weapon is, he goes, it's a drone. It follows you around, and your enemies around. You press a button, blows them up. I'm like,
What?
so you're talking about a weaponized drone that costs $30 million? He goes, yeah. I go, where the fuck are you gonna find one, you douchebag? I go to him. He goes, I'm gonna build one. I'm like, fuck! I fell for it.
You're his jizz, bro.
Yeah.
You know how crazy that is? You know how crazy that is?
In the family, they have two solutions. It's either a drone that's 30 million or a big
machete.
knife.
Or anything this guy says is dumber than the
Yeah.
last. He had an idea he wanted to go into business with for a security system at his home. He goes, this is a security system so people don't rob the house. If somebody tries to break in, poisonous gas is released around the house. And it's like, well, won't that kill everyone in the house? Like, it's a risk I'm willing to take. It's like, what about accidents? What about the mailman? What about like all these cats that are going to die for no reason?
What about if you're home?
idiocy? Somebody breaks in while you're home, everybody dies.
Yeah.
They're just fucking
Crazy.
gas chambers.
But what was his,
And then
yeah.
and then he goes into, oh, by the way, this is a test to test the people. I go, okay, I can get behind that.
He
maybe.
says coronavirus is the elites are trying to test the system. That's what
Which
his
you
dad
never
told
know. You never know.
me. No, we know.
But if that was the case, when like in Canada, the prime minister's wife is infected,
Yeah.
or maybe he just doesn't
No,
like her.
when he says elites, he doesn't mean he means the elite of the elites, like the people in the
Okay.
background that you don't see, type of shit. Like,
Okay,
Your dad is Alex Jones if he never made any money. That's your dad.
but you figure like the elites that control the government wouldn't murder one of the leader's wives.
She's going to be fine.
Yeah.
She's going to be all right.
True.
But wait,
Anyways.
what was his thing about why
So then he goes, so it's called COVID-19, eh? I go, yeah. And he goes, do you know why the 19?
Oh, fuck. I
And
just
do you know why COVID? I go, okay, why COVID? And then he starts, and I realize it was full of shit because he starts blabbling on about COVID, and then he loses train of thought of bullshit.
And doesn't explain why
and doesn't
it's
explain
COVID?
and jumps to 9 about, and he goes, so COVID, but 19, and like he skips over it. I'm like,
This is the moment, I'm telling you, the pinnacle of idiocy right now, the
and he
19.
goes, do you know why the 19? I go, enlighten me. And he goes, when did 9/11 happen? And I go, 2001.
19 years ago. Is that what he said?
Yes.
What a fucking dummy. God
And
damn
he goes,
it.
right now
Dumbest thing
we're
I've ever heard in my life.
2020. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
And I
dumbest
was
thing I've
just
ever
like-
heard.
I looked at him like, come on.
So does he think this is like Al Qaeda's coming back. They're like, fuck, we've
saying
been
it's-
in hiding a couple
They've been
years.
working in cahoots with the elites.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy.
It's Osama bin Laden's cousin.
I couldn't tell if he was joking or not. Well, he's probably knowing him, you know. So to his face, I called him an idiot. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. Like that.
You're a good son, though.
Huh?
Like, you're honest with your dad.
Well, bro, somebody's got to tell him at some point, bro. That's
Somebody's got to
And who
tell him.
better than his buddy?
Yeah.
bro.
We can't talk about Sega games now, can we? So I'm telling how stupid he is. But my girlfriend canceled her trip to Houston. Same thing.
Yeah.
She was supposed to leave Friday. She canceled, and then they said they were giving you free flight changes.
Yeah.
But both Air Canada and Expedia, their sites were like sending. One was sending you to the other one. Expedia's like try the app. The app was like try the website for 2 days.
Yeah.
So the ticket just went lost.
No, she can get that back. I'm
She's
sure.
probably gonna get it. I'm gonna call on Monday now
Yeah.
to try to work it out. But even same thing on Twitter, they reached out to me because what the fuck are you guys doing? How can we help you? I said, well, I need a refund for this fucking ticket. They stopped responding. They're like, yo, I ain't dealing with this shit. Because imagine there's thousands of people who are telling them to go fuck
Yeah.
themselves. So they're like, I'll leave this guy. I'll leave the loud guy. Yeah.
That's gonna be rough.
It's gonna be right. At least, like you said, driving. If you need to go home and you go to New York,
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's ways you can get out. It's when it's further and you have no choice but to get on a flight. You're kind of
Like,
fucked
I
now.
wouldn't take public transport at all right now.
No, but I never
Like,
take public transport.
No.
Well, weren't the first cases here in the metro?
No, there was that one guy. So
One
here-
guy took the metro.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a little
yeah,
bit
yeah.
more isolated here, but we're acting like everybody has it.
Yeah.
There was one guy from the South Shore who, when he found out he had it, they said, "Where'd you go today?" And he said, "I took the metro. I took this route, and then went back down." So none of us would have been affected because we never even take those routes. But then the mayor said, "We're going to start cleaning the buses in the metros in Montreal daily."
fuck.
Every day.
Every day. And then the people who control the transit here came out and said, that is not true. We don't have the manpower or the budget to do that.
And you know how crazy that is? Shouldn't they clean that every
day, regardless.
anyway?
That was my thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, then
And they're
this-
like, we can't do that.
They said we'll try once a week,
What?
which for the record
We'll
doesn't make a
try
difference because that means
once
in
a-
that week if you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
That just means you won't get the old viruses. You won't get SARS.
you get the upgraded one.
Yeah. No SARS on this.
No, they don't wash it. But at least in New York, apparently daily now. They're
Yeah, daily.
fucking
Yeah.
washing everything. New York, you could get whatever you want. We've been through this. The good thing about Manhattan, 1:00 in the morning, you could be like, you know what? I want a slice of pizza and a fucking flat screen TV, and you could get it.
Yeah. Somewhere.
Here, impossible. They won't even clean the fucking trains when there's a goddamn epidemic happening.
Apparently 10:30 is late for you guys. That was what some of the people told me after I yelled at them on the 10:30 show. They were like, "This is very late for Montreal," and I was like, "That's
Really?
unbelievable."
Yeah.
It's very late for like, those kind of. There's two different kinds of Montrealers.
Yeah.
The kind of Montrealers that frequent this side of town, like the club here, the comedy club
Yeah.
here, they stay up late. They're party
The
animals.
the French side of Montreal stays up later.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
they're more
Got it.
European.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But the other one is very Canadian, more white.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're very much like, oh well, yeah, I gotta get
Dinner
an
at
early start to the
5:30,
day
yeah.
tomorrow. Yeah,
They call dinner supper. That kind of
yeah,
thing.
that kind. Oh, I hate that shit. It used to confuse me because I thought it was two different meals.
Yeah.
I was like, how much are you eating?
I never understood what supper was. I was like, why do? Because I grew up in an Indian house.
It's
so I
just
was like,
different
what
name,
the
right?
Fuck is supper? What is that? Yeah, same thing.
I used to just say food.
Yeah.
Is there food? That's it. Just I don't have a specific time, bro. I'm hungry.
I just knew lunch. Everything was lunch to me.
What?
Everything was
You
lunch.
thought meal meant lunch?
No.
Really? Even at night
Yeah.
or
I'm
breakfast?
having lunch.
Ah, nothing like morning lunch.
When I was a kid.
Wake
Oh,
up.
really? You just thought it was one
Yeah.
word?
I'm
You
eating
know why
lunch.
that is though? Because his parents only fed him once a day.
I was a fat kid. I doubt it. Or they fed me everything throughout the day, one shot. That's why I got fat.
Maybe your dad, when he left you, he was like, "I'm gonna go get lunch," and you were like, "I guess
Yeah.
this is just the longest meal ever." So every meal I eat is lunch.
Could you imagine yourself going to get lunch? He's like, fuck, it's been 6 months, bro. What's this guy eating? What's this fucking guy eating? He's such a wacky fuck. I'm surprised that you still talk to him though, but I'm proud of
Yeah.
you.
That's
you have a big
mature of
heart.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's very Greek though. To like love your parents no matter
Yeah.
what. Cause like if my dad left once, I wouldn't talk to him again. But twice, I'd be like, go fuck yourself.
He pisses me off, but I don't want anything bad to happen to him.
Right.
You know, I still want him to be okay. You know, like at an arm's length, but still, like
You're
you know,
a good guy.
Yeah, you're a good guy.
Yeah, very
I
good.
guess
You don't come off that way.
that's true.
Because of all the racism. The racism and the sexism. We haven't gotten any sexism on
It's
this
true,
episode.
nothing today.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
What? I'm not. You
Yeah,
get
nothing came out
sexism
today.
on other episodes.
Yeah, on every episode where
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Okay, I get it.
Jesus, fuck.
Wait, let's have fun. Tell me these things.
He left a woman because she had been molested.
Oh, fuck! I just remembered.
Remember that?
I just remembered, yeah. And she was watching the show and found out that he talked about it on the show. And she's like, because she was a fan. And she's like, you motherfucker, I'm gonna kill myself and it's your fault. And then this idiot told her where he lives. It was the dumbest, yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, my life's a mess.
Because we told him, first of all, look, don't fuck. If you're gonna fuck fans, like, be careful. He's like, I'm very careful. And then he started fucking this fan who lived far away. And he's like, she's acting a little crazy. We're like, okay, she doesn't know where you live, right? No, I always go to her house to fuck her. Then one weekend, he went silent.
I was very lazy.
And we're like, why didn't we hear from you? Yeah, so I invited her over to my house, that chick, that other crazy one. And so what's the problem? Well, then she started sending me messages about how I'm a piece of garbage and she's going to kill herself because she got molested and I made fun of her or some shit like that. And I was like, oh, that's not good. And he's like, well, what's the worst that can happen? Well, she has your address. She'll come to your house. He's like, oh, I didn't think about that.
Also, she could kill herself like she said she would.
Yeah.
Her ex-boyfriend raped her, and she said, "You're the worst boyfriend I've ever had."
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Crazy that.
Hey, man, I forgot about
Oh my gosh.
that. Was the highlight. I remember, yeah.
Did you take offense
That's
to
a
that?
big finish.
Did you respond? Like, what am I gonna do to rape you?
I stopped responding. I was like, oh, this is
Blocked her.
insane.
He's
Yeah,
like,
I blocked
if I
her.
don't deal with it, it's not real.
I couldn't take it anymore. Like I was at Laronde at like 2 a.m.
It's a
once.
Six
La
Flags.
Ronde
Yeah.
is the six.
So,
flags,
yeah, sorry. And they were having like this. It's called Nuit Blanche, so
White
which
night.
means white night. But I didn't say white night first because it sounds. I don't know why it sounds right. Anyways, and
White night sounds racist. Everyone
I don't
goes
wanna-
in the
I don't want to
wearing
say white night
robes.
because it's racist. I don't know, you might think less of me because I know you think highly of me right now.
He doesn't want to piss off all the Jews listening right now.
so. So I was trying to get on rides, and I'm opening my mouth. She's just spamming me nonstop, and then eventually,
Are you alone at the
no,
amusement park?
I was with some friends. And
How old were these friends?
What? Oh no, this was.
I'm just curious.
No one under 18 was allowed because they
Okay.
had alcohol. Yeah, it was
So
like
you were
that. That was
already
my-
angry.
Yeah. So you were. So. What am I gonna do with this erection?
Oh, what kind of amusement park is this? I already have the mustache. What's going on here? I'm dressed for the part.
And people were next to me in line, and she was just sending me. At some point, she started sending me videos of her playing with her tits, pictures of her tits, and everything, and like, but spamming. And people were like, "What the fuck is going on?" People were just. I was like, "Oh fuck."
Why do you keep showing people?
No, I was like this.
Yeah.
I was like this.
This
But
was
that
when she
just
was
means
angry.
she wants you. Like, yeah, she wasn't angry.
How did it
if
go
She was
from-
going.
Oh, no,
like,
she went-
Go
no.
fuck yourself.
No, she went crazy.
Go fuck you.
Because she went from angry to you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit,
To
and then
vagina.
to like it's my birthday. At least wish me happy birthday. And I was like, nah, you're crazy.
Yeah.
And then she goes, oh come on, it's my birthday. Don't you want to fuck me? Nah. And then that's how that
Yeah,
started.
she's nuts for sure.
Oh,
she
yeah.
needed that
Jesus.
validation.
Yeah.
She just
Yeah.
needed something.
yeah. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna block her. And she's like, then block me. I was like, okay.
He
I
rolled
blocked
the
her.
dice though, because she said at first, if you block me, I'm gonna kill myself. And then he asked me, he's like, "What do you think?" And he told me the whole story, and I go, "Sounds like this bitch is bluffing. Block her."
No, she was bluffing because I checked up on her. I think a month later, and then again 3 months after that, unblocked, checked. I'm like, okay, she posted, she's alive, good, and then reblocked.
Yeah.
What
She's
you
an
should
intentions
do is if you block her, before you do that, ask for a couple of her friends' numbers and then block them. So if she does kill herself, you'll never know.
That's the move.
Yeah.
Separate yourself
That's
from
what
it.
you got to do.
Separate yourself from the suicide.
Yeah.
Then you're blame free.
Wait, what?
You'll
Hold on.
never know.
Yeah, so you block everyone in her circle, so you'll never hear about it. I had someone tell me that once.
You quarantine her from your life.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a guy tell me this is a weird fucking like heckler thing. He didn't even heckle me, but he came up to me after and he was offended by what I had done, and I told him to fuck off. And then he told me, "What are you gonna do if I kill myself?" And I was like, "I'm never gonna hear about it."
I'm gonna know.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go about my day. So.
yeah, how am I gonna know?
But the worst she could do to you is she knows where you live. Go to your house, kill herself in your house before you get there,
Oh fuck yeah.
or even better, fuck your dad. That would be amazing. That's the move. That's her checkmate.
And at least you'd have a new worst boyfriend. Finally.
He's leaving and coming back.
He stole my shoes. He only stole the
just
left
one of
one. Yeah,
them.
he took the left one. Fucking psychopath.
Oh shit! No, but there's cameras in the building, so.
No, she's not gonna. Dude, she's bluffing. She just wanted attention.
No, I know.
But it was funny. I completely forgot about that. I think it's the line of the century. After getting raped from her last boyfriend, you're still the worst boyfriend
And
ever.
beaten from the last boyfriend.
Yeah, raped and beaten.
You're still worse.
Me, I treated her with respect. I even bought her food once.
Respect. I don't think you
Yeah, I
know
don't think
what
you
the
know what
word
that means.
respect means.
I don't think you know what that means.
You bought her
I'm
dinner
gonna be honest
and
though,
then
I don't
fucked
think she does either. So that's what I think if we're being honest, I think you're okay. This guy's the best, dude. You're the best.
Yeah, you see, now you get it. Yeah.
I'm in. I'm all in on Poseidon.
He is La Ronde.
He's in the amusement park.
Yeah.
But except of a real roller coaster, it's emotional.
People used to be confused about him because when we started the podcast, right? He's one of my buddies. And when we started the podcast, it was mostly, we'd bring in guests, like different comics. And then we realized in Montreal, we're going to run out of comics. There's not that many people that live here.
Yeah.
So we're like, this can't be a guest-driven show. So we were just spitballing ideas. And I tell Mike, I have a guy. He's a bit of a weirdo. I think he might be good as a third Mike, like kind of a whack pack situation. And Mike's like, I don't know if if you're sure about it, let's test it out. I was like, let's test it out for one episode. So he came on and we started finding out about his history, about his dad, this and that. And people start to get invested. Like, who is this fucking clown? You know?
This guy's the best, dude.
And then after a couple of months, people just weren't so invested. They're like, I want to know what this guy's up to and all the shit that comes out of his mouth. So we'll go to places, he'll come to my comedy shows, and people will see him after the show and they get super excited, like, it's fucking Poseidon! Yeah. And they'll want to take pictures. It's amazing. His life completely changed.
Yeah.
You should be a comic instead of an actor. Lean into that. He's an actor, right?
Yeah, he's an actor, and he's good at acting. He can act. But the stand-up, for some reason, doesn't translate. I don't know why, but I mean, it's different skill sets.
Like
You know
I've seen a lot of people do comedy. I feel like your brain has to be wired a certain way to be a successful
something to that.
stand-up comic.
But
and I think from observing, my brain just isn't wired that way.
just as a flex,
That's
if
mature.
I was you and I was single, I would just go to comedy shows and then go to other comic shows and then fuck girls from their audience just cause fuck you. Just as like, look how much better I am than you. Like if ever a comic came on this podcast and was rude to you, I would do that exact thing to him.
Do you know what he did in October? I had a show in Quebec City. And I rented the venue myself. I did tickets through Eventbrite, and I had him at the front door, right, checking.
Yeah.
So everyone was coming in, seeing him. They know him from the show. So they were all excited, like, oh, it's Poseidon. And there's this last couple that comes in that wanted to buy tickets on the spot. It was this guy and his girlfriend. Well, the girl that he was dating at the time. So he comes up.
The story developed more, by the way. I found out more.
So Poseidon charges them at the door, starts yelling. The guy charges him more than what the tickets were. The guy pays it with the girl. Then later that night, I get a message from that girl. Do you have Poseidon's information?
Holy
I like
shit.
him. He steals that guy's girl
That's the best.
and keeps banging her until now. She was here last week too. She came all the way from Quebec City. She drove a couple of hours to stay over at his house so she could. This guy, he pulls off some weird moves sometimes.
Yeah.
That's
Some
great.
weird
fucks
flexes.
a lot.
Yeah, he fucks a lot.
I wouldn't say a lot.
For
Yeah.
all the roadblocks that society
true.
and your genes have put in front of you,
Your jeans.
bro, you
And my
fucking-
brain.
You dominate. You dominate.
Yeah.
Dude, come on. You're being guarded by like 3 defenders right now and you're still
Yeah.
fucking draining threes. That's amazing.
You fuck like a 6 even though you're a 4.
It is impressive though. Honestly, it's fucking impressive. You know why? Because I think you've taken so much abuse from us. The rest
That
of the
life
world,
can't hurt
yeah,
you.
nothing hurts you anymore.
yeah.
I think that's what it is. You guys literally gave me thick skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're immune to rejection. That's huge.
That's the one thing when we first started doing the show. Sometimes we do 2 episodes a week,
Right.
And he couldn't come in for 3 weeks in a row because it was like too much bullying, just twice a week. So after 3 weeks, he'd go into this weird depression. He'd be like, "I'm not going to work." And then as soon as we come back to 1 show a week, now he's happy. He's fucking
The perfect
chicks.
amount.
Yeah.
The perfect amount of abuse.
But yeah, he was getting, because in the beginning, fans were having trouble with him because he wasn't a comic. So, you have that weird thing online where sometimes you just get crazy hate.
Yeah.
But the hate won't be, it'll be just like, fuck you, who is this guy? So he was getting a lot of that in the beginning. He was fucking with his hate. He's like, who the fuck are these assholes? He wanted to track him down, right? He didn't know how to handle the internet.
Yeah.
But then he started getting way more support than hate.
Yeah.
And it kind of weeded out. And then he stopped caring. He's like, I don't care if anybody has anything
Yeah,
negative to say.
that's a tough part to get to because I'll still get a little annoyed by comments here and there, but you got to just not give a fuck.
I think it's hard when you read them right when you wake up. Like you,
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah,
the
we
way
suck
I
a
am.
day.
Like now, nothing hurts me after if I've been up for 2 hours. You could call my mother a whore. I don't care.
Yeah.
But as soon as I wake up, you can just say I didn't like that
You
shirt,
might be right. Yeah.
and I'll be like, go fuck yourself. Like,
Yeah.
I like this shirt.
It was a
I thought you were saying that they might be right that my mom's a whore.
No, yeah.
See the fact that I woke up a couple of hours ago. I'm okay with that.
I was like, yo, that comment really threw him off. I don't understand. You looked at me like, huh?
He's like, listen, Mike,
My mom's
me and
a
Schultz
whore.
have been
Yeah,
spitballing about
that's
this.
They're probably right. Your
No,
mom is a
Schultz fucked her,
whore.
so I have a pretty good insight on this, actually.
But also, I was watching a clip. What's his name? Big J Okerson.
Yeah, he's the best. Dude.
He was watching a clip, and the clip was
He was watching a clip. Or-
I was
okay,
sorry. I was
okay.
watching a clip of Big J Okerson.
watching another clip.
And he was explaining why nothing affects him, and he gave an example of this one time somebody called his mother a whore, or whatever, and then he developed the joke into, yeah, bro, she's sucking dick now by the river or whatever, like
Yeah.
you know, it should like he joined the bullying against him,
Right.
and the guy asked him why that didn't affect him, and he goes, well, because it's not true. So, and then I forgot what he said after.
Yeah,
Fuck,
yeah.
I lost
Yeah.
my train of thought.
You're
that's a
due
good-
for one of these moments.
That's a good story. That's a good story.
The story killer
Yeah.
comes back.
A lot of people now are listening that weren't big Jay Okerson fans, and now they are. Yeah. They're like, I gotta see that fucking guy live, man.
You just blacklisted Big J. You fucked him over.
There is a thing, though, that I think people who get offended by stuff, you only get offended if you're not secure about that thing.
Yeah.
Like, you can't offend me about being Indian because I'm actually proud of it.
Yeah, no
But,
shit.
like, if I take off my shirt and you see the skinny, fat body, I'm really insecure about it. And if you make fun of that, I'm like, yo, chill. What the fuck, guys? What's
Why are we
going
doing
on?
this?
Yeah, that's offensive.
Yeah,
That's really offensive that you would say that. That hurts me.
It's 2020, sir.
But it hurts me because I'm insecure. If I'm
Yeah.
cool, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Say what you want about my mom. I love my mom. I know who she is. Whatever. Who cares?
That's how I feel too. When I was younger, if somebody would say something about my mom, because you're young, what the
Yeah.
fuck? But now, if somebody gets mad, like fuck, I'm like, yeah, I like my mom. I know who she is. That doesn't.
Yeah.
You're just some random dude.
Actually,
I think the coronavirus is helping for that. The people now aren't going to be offended
I
by
think you might be
stupid
right.
shit
I think you might be right.
anymore. Because you can't be offended by just stuff that doesn't matter when your mom might die.
Yeah.
Well, one of our
Yeah.
mutual friends yesterday, comedian Guido Grasso, Italian WAP, I guess we would
Okay.
call him, pissed me off. He was with me, and I told him in front of everyone, I hope you get the coronavirus and die.
Yeah.
And then he got really sad. Did
he?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
He just shriveled up like this. I called him an idiot.
Yeah.
I go, hope you get the coronavirus and fucking die. And I was like, yes, oh shit.
That
And he
must,
just went
that
down.
must have hurt him more too, because since he's Italian, he has like 19
Oh,
cousins
yeah,
that
yeah,
died in
yeah.
the last week.
Oh fuck! I didn't think about
Like
that.
I don't know anyone now that personally that has the coronavirus.
Yeah, me neither.
So it's it's freaking me out a bit, but it's not really a real thing yet until like one of my cousins dies.
Yeah. If you want
Yeah.
to do a beast move, you apologize and be like, yo, man, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I realize this probably hits home because you're Italian. I hope your family gets coronavirus and dies.
Yeah. I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay, but I hope all of the Italians
all your relatives
still
get
over
fucked.
there.
Yeah, I would never wish
Yeah.
death upon you. Set it all up beautifully and be like, I know you got a lot of family in Italy. This probably affects you a lot, so I hope all of them die.
What if the leader, like I know Trudeau doesn't have, his wife has coronavirus.
Yeah.
Nobody really seems to care
Nobody gives
Nah.
a fuck. Dude.
until his boyfriend gets it. Then everyone's gonna fucking care. Then everyone's gonna be fine. Wait a second.
Yeah.
What the fuck's happening here?
Yeah, because if I can't be if I have to be 6 feet away from someone that has coronavirus, if your wife has it, you should have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there were rumors about him and his wife though the last couple of years that they weren't even together anymore.
I started most of those rumors.
Okay.
That is a thing, though. Do you think he's gonna get corona just to not seem gay? Like, listen, baby, we gotta do something.
He's like, spit on that guy's dick.
So I can suck it and get that
I can
virus.
suck it and get the virus.
Nothing gay about getting the virus, guys. He doesn't know how any of this works. Oh, there's some politician in Florida this week. This guy, he was a black guy with his wife. He's a Democratic. He's part of the Democratic Party. He went to a wedding apparently, but they found him in a hotel with a male escort who was overdosing on meth. And then he tried to explain it away by being like, "Oh no, this guy, I don't know if he was on meth. I was just drinking." But apparently the cops like, "No, he was on meth too." He was like, "I was just drinking and I went to help out a friend because I heard that the cops were there." How the fuck did you hear that the cops were at a motel with some male escort? Like his excuse didn't make any sense.
No.
And it's like, "Do you want to answer questions?" He's like, "No, I'm gonna be with my family for a month. We just want to be away from the media at these hard times."
What an irresponsible gay ass.
Yeah, dude, what is that?
Yeah.
I didn't pay for this. Do you think he got top quality gay escort? Or you
No.
think he just really went bottom of the barrel?
He went
you
low
can't
budget.
be cheap
Yeah.
on that. There's certain things you got to spend for. Splurge on it, like he's gonna splurge on you later.
It's funny that was his excuse. He's like, I just heard the commotion. I wanted to help the guy out.
Yeah, just
By
having me
sucking
passing
his
by
dick.
a 2-star motel.
Jesus.
What are you doing to his dick, sir? We're getting the meth out.
CPR.
Yeah, I'm a good citizen.
Jesus Christ.
You all right there, Poseidon?
Yeah.
Poseidon, it's time for plugs.
Oh shit.
Poseidon, where are they going to find you?
The Poseidon 69 on Instagram and Twitter.
All right, I'm going to take
All
over
right,
because you're
that's-
Oh,
bad
you
at
want
this.
you want to say the
That's
dates? Oh,
No, because we don't know now this coronavirus. But if you go to akashsing.com, am I correct?
Yes, sir. AKAASH.
Double A. I had to update my
After the
contacts
K.
yesterday. Yeah,
Double A
because I
after the
put
K.
one A and then I put two because I realized like, there's always two A's. I see it two A's. Why do I put one? But akashsing.com, you're going to find Akash's tour dates over there. Flagrant 2, download that, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify. It's everywhere. Dates, obviously, just like us, they've been a little bit affected. I know your Chicago date was affected.
Chicago's affected. As of now, I'm still in Vancouver. I'm on May 7th, and then December 20th, I'm in Toronto.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we just lined that up. We have
So Toronto and Vancouver for our Canadian listeners, which
Yes,
there are many.
sir.
No reason to miss those fucking dates.
Yeah.
That's going to be
through.
goddamn amazing. And then hopefully everything gets settled with us and we figure out what the hell we're going to be doing after this month. I'm not going to announce any of my dates because I don't even know if April 3rd is going to happen now, depending on what's going on with Sherbrooke. So we'll check that out. But pentalescomedy.com for my stuff. MikeWard.ca for Mike's tour dates.
So the next month, all my shows are postponed. But the Bell Center is still a go. And tickets aren't selling right now for the Bell Center, but we're doing Suzikut, the
Live.
podcast, live at the Bell Center. We already have 14,500 tickets sold, which is crazy during a pandemic.
so crazy.
Yeah.
Biggest live
Yeah.
podcast ever.
Yeah, so if they lift the ban of shows over 250, we're doing this
In July, yeah.
So July, it's going to be over.
Yeah, it
It'll
should be over.
good.
We should be
Yeah.
fine in July. It's going to be a great month. Everything's going to be happening in the city. If you are a French speaker, Mike Ward Suzikut is the #1 French language comedy podcast on the planet right now. So subscribe to that. Pantelescomedy.com for all of my stuff. Patreon.com/Pantelis. Patreon.com/Suzikut. You guys have a Patreon. It's Patreon.com/Flagrant2.
Yes, sir.
Fucking right. Anything I missed?
Amazing.
No, we're
That
good.
was-
Nothing.
That
All
was
right.
butter.
Thank you all for
Thank
listening.
you, Andre,
Thank you,
for
Akaash.
filling in because Pierre died from the coronavirus.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.